and welcome to Culture here on I-24 News. I'm Oded Grober and we have a wonderful show for you today. We'll talk to photographer Yanai Yechiel about his new exhibition. Disney's Frozen is still on fire. And we'll hear all about the Berlin Film Festival opening this weekend. Yanai Yechiel is a prominent Israeli photographer, best known for his portraits. His new exhibition at Gallery P8 in Tel Aviv is titled The Bride Stripped Bare, and it focuses on large-scale nudes and intimate portraits. Very happy to have Yanai here in the studio with me. Thanks for coming in, Yanai.
Thank you very much.
So let's talk about this exhibition, because, why? Let's start with why nudity. I mean, obviously, nudity has been looked at in the art world for many, many years, but there's still always something else to show.
It's been all years, and I think it will be for the rest of our life and the rest of the world. Actually, nudity in Israel, it's not that common. It's a little bit, and it's a lot to do about it. And I didn't start from nudity, actually.
Okay.
I like portraits, I like people, I like person. And also I like nudity. This exhibition came into that, but I choose the people not because I like their body and I want to take them bare them and take a picture of them. First I see the person, I like the person, and then I came into a situation that I want to do a picture of them, and slowly
it worked its way into a nude portrait.
Into that, yeah.
So, but do you wanna shock also a little bit?
No,
Is there some looking for some shock value?
No, actually not, because usually we see people with clothes. I mean, for me, to take a picture of these people, it's the same. Okay, let's make when I do portrait of somebody with clothes, I will do it the same.
Okay.
The same way I took it. And
but do you think this shows something more? This brings out.
Of course. It's like to give you the test to look the person in, to see the sensitive of these people even without clothes. It's like
right.
I have eyes, I have mouth, I have tits, I have my rest of my body. I don't want to tempt you, and I don't want to.
It's not sexual.
It's not sexual,
right?
Not at all.
But it is very direct. It is in your face.
I love direct, with clothes or without clothes. I love direct. For me, all the drama, everything happens with the person.
Right.
That's why I love direct. I mean, that's the person, and you can see everything in that.
Yeah.
And you don't need more than that. That's why it's direct.
Now, this exhibition is made up of pictures you took over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And you've taken, obviously, a lot more pictures.
Of course.
Narrowing down, was it a difficult process?
It's always a difficult process, It's because you have to give up about stuff. You see things that are so good, and that's why you have a corrector and
curator, right? You have Shmuel, your curator.
Yeah. And I knew he can handle with my stuff and my problems and my pictures, and it was very good to work with him. And
are you happy with the pics he made?
Yeah, very much. I didn't know it's gonna be a nude exhibition.
Really?
It's happened by the
you
time.
You had all kind of works, and it ended up being nude?
Yeah. All kind of work that I didn't do for a commercial or for newspaper.
Right.
It's my private work.
Yeah. As you mentioned, you do work for newspapers as well. Many people in Israel know you thanks to your weekly feature on Haaretz. At the back, last page of the Haaretz weekly supplement, you take pictures of known people, celebrities, politicians, all kinds of people, as we can see, naked from the collarbone up. I wanted to ask you, how did this come about?
Actually, the editor at this time, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think it's 4 years ago, Shai Golden.
Right.
He was the
editor of Haaretz supplement,
right. The Musaf. And he asked me, I want to do
Do like a
weekly about face of famous people. And he asked me, please think about it. I was thinking about it. You know, it takes time. One day, they asked me to take a picture of Avri Gilad.
Right.
He's famous. And Avri Gilad, I took a picture of him many times for different newspaper and magazine. And Avri have like kind of personality, very angry, very colorful with his clothes.
Yeah.
And I
Intense.
wanted to do something else. And then when he came to my studio, usually in my studio I like to work alone. First of all, I like to work alone, not with makeups and styling and everything. I like to be, even these people around me, I close the shadow and I work alone with the...
That explains a few things, because these are people that their picture have been taken many, many times. They know how to stand in front of a camera. How do you bring something new?
When they're coming to my studio, they are not the famous people anymore. They are the people from the small village they came from. I talk about them, about their breakfast, lunch, kids, where their parents come from, where they grow up. I don't care about the famous thing. So at this moment, they are for me just people who come to my studio, and then we take all the filters that usually they are used to. Like the clothes, the makeup, the expression.
The PR people, the agents.
Yeah, and the expression, especially the expression. I ask them, please be like a statue that you are. And I always tell them, think that you are a statue in the president's house. Like, don't do nothing. Just look at me. I do the whole job. I do like that for them. Look at the, and I especially ask them to take off any expression. And they say, why? I want to smile. I mean, I give them an example. If you smile, you don't see the face at the moment. And so at the end, I see like inside them, and I don't care who they are, because in the end of the day, we all come from a small village, and that's what I want to find there.
You yourself also came from a small village. You started your path pretty far from the galleries of Tel Aviv. It's not an obvious profession for you.
No, actually, I want to be a painter since I was kid. But in our village, like art is like nothing somebody think about. So it's take me time. I did it slowly, but I did it after all, and I'm happy in the place I am now.
And it's never too late to start painting, Well, the images are lovely, and we're certainly happy that you did take this path. And I thank you so much for coming in today and speaking to us about this.
Thank you for having me.
Now, last year's animated hit Frozen has re-energized Disney. The Ice Princess caused an increase in turnover, with the company now bringing in $13.4 billion last year. Sandy Fortis has more.
More than a year after the film's release, why do children continue to sing the song? A song that has reigned in almost 30 different languages. Cinderella, Snow White, we all grew up with Disney princesses. But this one unseats them all. Frozen is the symbol of Disney's new monarchy. The animated film has boosted the profits of the American company by 19% compared to last year. And although the film was released in late 2013, merchandise such as dolls, costumes, and a variety of toys were sold and remained high on demand during the holidays of 2014. Even the smartphone application is successful. Frozen Freefall, a game that looks like Candy Crush, it is regularly in the top 30 of the most downloaded games on iOS and Android games. According to the site Think Gaming, it has generated more than 33,000 euros a day just in the US on iPhone and iPad. With its popularity, Elsa has entered the US series Once Upon a Time, made up of Disney characters. Frozen and her younger sister will be part of the main characters of the season 4, while other princesses that were born before her have not yet made any appearance. With 2 Oscars and with earnings of $1.72 billion in box offices, the Snow Queen of Disney has become the most successful in the history of animation.
Hi. You're creepy.
The musical inspired by the film has already been announced, and also the possible follow-up through a cartoon which is being considered. Meanwhile, Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and Olaf will be back in March in a short film called A Frozen Party. It is therefore unlikely for Frozen to melt, with Disney's quarterly profit being the strongest quarter in the company's history thanks to the film.
In just a moment, we'll talk about this year's Berlin Film Festival, but first, our cultural recommendation for the day.
For the first time, British singer James Blunt will perform in Tel Aviv, a show that is part of his world tour promoting his latest album, Moon Landing.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Since the great success of his song You're Beautiful in 2004, the 39-year-old artist has built a solid career.
Your face.
Many of his songs have become international hits, prompting numerous tours around the world.
And I don't know what to do.
The former soldier, who also served as a NATO peacekeeper in Kosovo, recently responded to attacks from Chris Bryant of the British Labour Party, who accused him of being born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
When I find love again, when I find love again.
After his performance in Tel Aviv, James Blunt will head to Johannesburg, Dubai, and Sao Paulo.
And now Shachar Peled is back with her segment, OffScreen.
Hi, Oded. I'm happy to be back.
It's great to have you.
Especially with the 65th Annual Berlin Film Festival, which is very exciting, the most well-attended film festival in the world.
A very good one.
And this year, I feel it's a very populist film festival this year, especially for Berlin. From premiering 50 Shades of Grey to Cinderella, it's definitely going to be an interesting year in this festival. But like the Academy Awards, which are upcoming, the film festival has already gone under some fire and criticism for its underrepresentation of women. Out of the 19 films, only 3 are participating in the competition to the coveted Golden Bear. And of course, the jury, which will have to choose this final film, is headed by Darren Aronofsky. And the jury...
It's not a woman.
Who is not a woman. It also includes Mad Men's Matthew Weiner, who is not a woman as well, but it does include Audrey Tautou, the French actress. So we've got a woman there, and we've also got a woman in the opening slot of tonight's opening. This is a very big deal. It's with a film called Nobody Wants the Night by Spanish director Isabel Cochet, and she's quite familiar with this festival. She's been 6 years featuring her films here, but this is only the second time in its history that a woman is with a prestigious opening night slot, which is a big deal. This
what do we know about this film?
Okay, so this stars Juliette Binoche, the French great actress, as Josephine Peary. She's wife of Arctic explorer Robert Peary, who befriends a young Inuit woman in the cruel conditions of Greenland's 1908 winter. So it's very much about female survival, and it's supposed to be a very interesting
Sounds
look.
Interesting. What
Two
else
more interesting features. We've got Terrence Malick's new feature, Night of Cups, about the perils of Hollywood fame. We've got Natalie Portman, Kate Blanchett, Christian Bale, Ben Kingsley, a very impressive cast there.
They all are happy to work with Terrence Malick,
who is very familiar in winning these festivals. Remember Tree of Life in the Cannes Film Festival in 2011. In 1999, he won the Berlin Film Festival with The Thin Red Line. And also Werner Herzog is surprising us with a feature film called Queen of the Desert. No more very hardcore documentary.
Queen of the Desert.
But yes, something like that. Featuring Nicole Kidman. She's Gertrude Bell, a member of the British Secret Service with a tragic romantic love affair with a diplomat portrayed
Are
by
we sure it's a Werner Herzog film?
James Franco. Yes, so Nicole Kidman,
Franco?
James Franco, and it's a Werner Herzog film. Very interesting, as I said.
Yeah.
We're moving to a foreign film called Taxi, and I'd like to quote The Guardian. Rarely have artistic restraints on work been clearer than with the case of Jafar Panahi, the Iranian director of this film, who we remember back in 2011 had to smuggle his feature, This Is Not a Film, on a USB inside a cake to the Cannes Film Festival because his filmmaking is banned in Iran, but this doesn't stop him. He continues, and this time he brings us an insight of the Iranian capital. He's a driver of a taxi with passengers entering his cab, and he interviews them. Supposed to be very interesting.
Thrilling. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you at home for watching us as well. We're done for today. Please join us again tomorrow.